Okay, Sports Car Global, we're with Joe Osborne in the AMD trailer after a very eventful and a very good race for the team. It's great to see the Z4 back on form, although obviously it's had great pace in the wet, although a lot of that can come down to the driver, I'm sure.
Obviously.
But let's just talk about that race that's happened an hour or so ago. Lee got the car in a fantastic position, great off the start. I think running probably fourth early on.
The third.
Yeah.
So I think Lee was unlucky initially at the start because the right-hand train got the jump on him, so he was down to fifth. But then third by the end of the first lap when Johnson and McKay had taken each other out, and then just held station for that, holding off the much more powerful Bentley in the straight line is always a hard job, but he did it well. So handed it over to me in a strong position to push on, really.
Yeah. Pit stop all went fine and so on, and actually I think yourself and Keane came out sort of first and second after all that going on.
Yeah, we knew Farmer had a penalty from the previous win at Spa, so we'd leave in second. I'd imagine Keane probably was 3.5 seconds up the road initially. Our pace was strong, we had new tyres on, so we were using the most out of them, and I just got the rub of the green with traffic where he would lose half a second, I would lose nothing, and within, 4 or 5 laps I was on his bumper and ready to make a move on him.
Yeah, I was still about the garages, and I noticed we were down to sort of a 2/10 gap between the two, so clearly things had got very, very close. I understand it all came down to the Bombhole.
Yes, yeah, it makes it more awkward that obviously I was in that car last week at Spa 24 hours, driving alongside Phil and John. So obviously I never want to crash into anyone, but even more so somebody that you get on with and respect. And Phil got caught up behind a GT4 car coming out under the bridge, and I had a bit of a run on him. So I managed to get my car to the inside of his. And my thought process was pretty simple, that he's really in a championship hunt and he's going to have to be a bit cautious, so I just literally stuck my nose down the inside, and I haven't spoken to Phil in great depth. I've apologised to him straight away, but he turned in, which he had the right to do, and turned himself around on the front of my car, which obviously lost him a load of time, but I carried on pretty unscathed. So yeah, it was my fault, the move. There's no denying that. I'm not going to try and apportion the blame, but my thought process was what I like to think logical and rational. So unfortunately I'll do the same thing again. My gripes with the series and how it's run upstairs in race control, really.
Yeah. Phil's a great talent. I think he only dropped back about 7 seconds, and obviously by the end he came back onto you. I think we loved the statement. We noticed, everyone in the media centre I think noticed that you stuck in the fastest lap of the race after receiving the notification of the penalty, I assume, which we thought was an excellent gesture of intent for the second race, certainly.
Yeah, we have to drive to the track limit rules that not a lot of us like and agree, so once I was in the lead and had that advantage, I was managing it, so I wasn't going to do a track limit penalty, basically. So yeah, when you get a drive-through penalty, you think bollocks to that, just go as fast as you can and see what you can do, basically, pace-wise. And it shows the car's strong, and AMD have done a great job with the car. We've always gone strong here historically, but they've really got on top of the car to give us a kind of second breath in this old car.
Yeah. Well, again, have there been BOP changes that have brought the car onto it, or has it all been hard work by the team?
Just hard work by the team, setup-wise. We're constantly evolving. I know, for example, when I'm in a Lamborghini, we're on the pace, so we don't have to change setup so much. And they're saying we have to try some pretty radical things to make sure the thing's working and it's optimal. And that's credit to all the boys at AMD, really, to make sure they're getting the most out of the car. Yeah,
well, I know, again, as soon as you got out of the car, you went straight over to Phil and shared that apology. I think everybody saw that. We also, I think, saw you hurtle up the stairs and to race control to have a share your mind, which, again, I think in the circumstances anyone would understand that and so on.
Yeah.
So I assume there's nothing further on it, and we just get down to the second race.
Yep.
What are your thoughts of the second race? Just
starting P5, obviously on the inside, and we've got even less to lose now, so I can go even more aggressive, which is nice. So it's just going to be head down, see where we all lie after the first few laps, and go from there. Really, we've obviously got no pit stop penalty. Lee's got good pace, so I don't have that as an added pressure of my gent being slow, which some of the other boys do. So yeah, I think we can aim for a podium for sure, so a realistic target.
Brilliant, Joe. As ever, to Sports Car Global, Joe is straightforward, open and honest, as he likes to be around everywhere, and we very much appreciate his time. Thanks.
No problem.